Hey, you guys, I'm Ashley.
And I'm Liz, and this is the Besties in the Books podcast. Thanksgiving edition.
Happy Thanksgiving week.
Yay.
Or to those outside the States, happy November going into December. Happy holiday season in some way or another. Happy day.
Happy, just have a good time.
Yeah.
Just talk with us about stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I was talking to someone who was either visiting Canada or like is from there, and I think they have their Thanksgiving like way before us.
Yeah. Oh, I thought way after, but it's in there somewhere. Yeah. They have a Thanksgiving as well.
Yeah.
So this can count as your Thanksgiving episode too, even if it's a different time of year. Like just pop us on.
It
you
doesn't
know?
matter. We're just here to talk about dysfunctional Thanksgiving times.
Oh, it's going to be a good time, guys. We are, just much like our Halloween episode, we're kind of having a format here for holidays. Hopefully that brings you joy because we don't have wigs this time. But what do we have, Liz?
We do have hats.
A special hat.
Yeah. So, like Ashley was saying, we decided to kind of stick with a similar format for Thanksgiving. We're testing this out. We seem to be enjoying it. Hopefully you guys enjoy it too.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to be kind of same thing as before. We're going to ask some some Thanksgiving questions to each other, just so you guys can kind of get to know us a little bit better. And then that way we can pose those questions to you guys later. We're going to be sharing some Thanksgiving Reddits.
Yeah.
So am I the a-hole Thanksgiving edition, which, it's like, what are the holidays good for?
Yeah, some good old-fashioned family drama. You know?
And then we'll have
food
a Thanksgiving, a Thanksgiving-themed, Smash or Pass at the end with some bonus extras. So if that interests you, stick around. Also, we ordered these hats off of Amazon, but have not opened them or looked at them at all yet. So you guys get to actually, for all of you guys who are over on YouTube, this is your reward.
Yes. Yeah. To get the full visual experience. I hope you guys got to see the wigs in action.
I mean,
it's for Halloween. Good. So now you get to see these glorious hats, and glorious they shall be, at least hope to be.
Yeah.
That was the hope. We've obviously seen them on Amazon, so we're hoping they
turn out.
But I also don't mind if they're just incredibly terrible and hilarious.
No, it'll just still be good and fun.
So
anyway,
it's going to be great.
If that interests you, obviously it's a spoiler-free episode. We're not talking about specific books today. Stick around, but we just wanted to say thank you so much for being here.
Seriously, thank you so much for being here, taking time of your day, your book, your holiday week, like whatever you have going on with your schedule. Thank you for choosing to pop on us here at Besties in the Books podcast. It means so much to us. If you happen to be new to our channel here, then make sure to like, follow, subscribe, all those things. Anywhere you like to listen to your favorite podcast, and like Liz mentioned, including especially YouTube. We're there. We're also on Instagram, TikTok at Besties in the Books podcast if you want to just see the funny hats, because they'll make an appearance there too.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So we totally get it. If you already listen to the podcast and you're like, don't want to pop over to YouTube, they'll be there on Instagram. So check us out there.
Yep.
Of course. But thank you guys. From the bottom of our cold Thanksgiving hearts. I don't know.
Thanksgiving. We'll get into it. It in a minute. So, all right, should we unbox these?
Let's do it, guys. Let's unbox these.
Okay. All right, let's go.
I'll do the cutting. You do the opening.
Okay.
I'll take my life into my own hands here. They're not child scissors this time, but they're not that far off either.
I was going to say, they're pretty small. Are they
but they're
really
sharp.
Not?
But they're sharp. So, okay. You finish.
All right.
Da, 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 da. Ooh, you know what?
These might actually be pretty decent quality.
I'm shocked and awed.
Okay.
Oh my.
Let's see.
Hilarious still, though, so don't worry. We would not be us if it wasn't a joke.
Here you go.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I will describe it for those listening. They are actual turkey hats. So not like a Thanksgiving turkey, but like a literal bird turkey.
Dressed like a pilgrim.
Just like a pilgrim. And there's a male and a female, if you will.
Aww,
so,
I didn't even notice. Yours has a bonnet and mine has
cute.
a traditional pilgrim hat.
Are you good with that? You good with that
yeah,
pick? Okay. That's surprisingly good quality for,
I mean, seriously.
You know what? We'll link it down below. Anybody that wants to buy it and give us a kickback on our Amazon affiliate. $20 for both of them.
Yeah,
that's not a
steal.
Freaking bad price, man. Yeah.
I mean,
so price
I'm
probably going to go up. Get it while the getting's hot. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay. Oh, look at that. Look at that. It's okay, guys. So it has, think of a really weird beanie with the back being the tail feathers of the turkey. You have the long turkey legs hanging down like you would almost like beanie strings.
Yeah, like a Fargo hat, but it's turkey legs.
And then you have the long turkey head with the faces. Obviously, Liz has the pilgrim hat. I have the bonnet lady. And this is our life. So there's it. And I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way.
So good.
They're surprisingly cute. Here, I got to fix your feathers. Your tail feathers are flopping. They're not glorious. Oh, see?
Okay.
See,
You have to
I
finesse
suggest
it.
you might need to iron a little bit.
Yeah.
It is felt, but, you know.
I mean, it's pretty good.
It's pretty freaking good. All right. That's great.
I'm actually kind of impressed by this. It makes me excited to
love
see
it.
what our Christmas ones end up being.
I love it. Oh, yeah. We'll have one for Christmas too, guys.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. I hope you're enjoying this much as well. Especially because in the Halloween episode, like, things got serious for a second and we're wearing these, like, crazy wigs. Oh, man.
It just makes it the juxtaposition is great.
It's great.
We hope
It's
that you're
so
enjoying
good.
it too.
So
So
all
put on
right.
your turkey hat and let's get started.
And let's have a listen.
If you don't
Let's
have
go.
one, pretend like you're wearing one.
Yeah. Do it for us.
Do it for us.
Thanks.
Okay, so let's just start off with our Thanksgiving fave and fail, just of life. You know, Thanksgiving of your
Yeah.
whole life. Like, what do you?
My
what do you
whole
have?
life, my whole entire life.
Yeah, mhm,
That
up
was
until
a
this
hard
moment.
one. That was a hard one to ponder. So I'm going to go with for my fave, just like an overall vibe and feeling is my favorite thing about things. Because, like, honestly, and you know what?
It's like, should I talk to the turkey head or should I talk
Where do I
to your
look?
head?
Oh, that's me. Like, anytime I have to give eye contact, which
Yeah.
eye do I look at? Oh, no, I'm hyper focusing. I don't even know what they're saying.
And they're
so
just
you're like,
they're intense eyes.
yeah, they're like
too.
googly eyes, but
Yeah.
not. So which eyes do I look at?
Anyways,
okay. So like Thanksgiving in general, I'm kind of like, whatever. I just like it because you family gets together, you know?
Yeah.
And the food is like, you know, it's nostalgic and it's traditional, but it's not like my favorite, you know? It's not, but it's the whole getting ready. Like it's an ordeal. So my favorite thing is, yeah, my mom used to, you know, well, she still does. She'll get up at like 5 a.m. to get the turkey going because we have a huge family. I have 5 like siblings, me included, so family of 7. At this point, I mean that was growing up, but at this point, you know, everybody's married with their millions of kids, so it's a big thing. So even when I was younger, like when my mom would invite so many people and so many relatives that it's always been like a 30 people kind of experience. So her turkeys have to be massive and they take an entire day to cook. Sometimes she even does 2. And so now she preps the veggies the night before, which is super smart. But so she wakes up like at 5 a.m. So when we like slowly peel ourselves out of bed, she has the Macy's Day Parade going. We're all making our coffees and hot cocoa and we're seeing what she needs help with. And I start making pies or whatever I decided to do that year because I always like to contribute on some way. And it's just like, it's just a vibe. So now we actually do Thanksgiving with my family on Saturdays since my mom was a nurse. So, you know, the schedule was always kind of weird. So that started in high school, but we like literally will do the same thing. Like she'll record Macy's Day Parade now.
Oh, nice.
And then we'll put it on.
That's cute.
So it like still, it feels like a full 2 Thanksgivings because we do Jeff's house, you know, Jeff's parents' house on Thanksgiving Day. And I don't have to like rush to another Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Because that's super stressful. But yeah, we still get the full experience. So now I'm trying to get my girls into it. And last year was the first year that my oldest daughter was like, oh, this is so cool with the dancing and the Rockefellers.
Cute.
So yeah, that's my fave, I'd say.
Good.
Just those morning
Nice.
vibes. It's not even like the food and everything. It's just like,
Yeah, it's
and
just
you're
like
kind
the
of kicking off
nostalgia.
holidays.
Yeah.
For me, at least. Like sometimes my mom already has a little bit of Christmas decorations going mixed in.
Totally.
So it's a vibe.
Okay, what's your fail?
Oh, so let me paint you a picture of this one, you guys. It was Thanksgiving of 2020, probably 2020. No, 2021. I don't know, whatever. A few years ago, I was biting off more than I can chew as usual. I have pies going. I'm making my famous spinach cheese dip, and it's chaotic. Like I said, we go to Jeff's parents' house, and that's local here that day. But like he sometimes will play football. They have a turkey bowl every year, so it's a little bit chaotic still in the morning, even though we're local. And I have 2 kids, so I'm trying to get everybody ready. I think my littlest one was only like 6 months at the time, so it's chaotic. We had a dog and a cat at the time, so mayhem. I am running downstairs to go because I'm packing too. Because usually we'll either leave late Thanksgiving night when the traffic is done, or we'll leave Friday morning. I think for some reason we had to do Thursday night that time. We try to avoid it, but whatever.
Okay.
So just painting you how chaotic that morning is. So what happens is I went to like go run and get something, and downstairs I'm idiotically on my phone, like looking at a recipe or something, and I step wrong on like one of the last stairs, and I land straight onto my big toe like a ballerina, except I am not classically trained and I was not prepared for that, and I broke my big toe. Not
crazy.
so much like I called my mom. Like I said, she's a nurse. Is like she's kind of like, well, you could go to the emergency room, but you're not going to really do anything except maybe put a wrap on it and tell you not to be on your feet. I'm like, great. And that year I had signed up for so many dishes. I'm like, no. I have so many. Like I have to be on my feet. This is great. And now we're going to my parents this weekend. It was a far drive, and we want to go to the movies and do all that stuff. And it was so painful. It was one of those like it felt like imagine the worst toe like stubbing of your life that won't go away. Oh, it was so bad. Like it took me out. I just like laid there, and just Jeff ran down. He's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Definitely not okay, but don't call an ambulance." Like I just got to breathe through it, and it hurt so bad. Finally, after like a half an hour, like some of the pressure started getting relieved, but I had to like deal with that essentially for the next month. It was only like that first week that it was hard to like, I tried not to walk on it, but it sucked. It was not a good time to have that happen.
No.
But when it is, when it is.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And I couldn't put shoes on because it was so swollen. Ugh. Which like, come on. I wasn't going to wear high heels anyways. It's not my jam, but like,
but
I had to wear a slide when it was like cold.
Yeah.
A slide and a sock. My parents' house is freezing. Aww. But oh well, you know what? It took my toe probably 2 or 3 years not to feel that, like,
really,
and to be able to like curl it. Crazy. Yeah, it like would stay. It would just not go.
I didn't realize it took that long. That's
it's like one of those old injuries that hurts when it's cold outside. It's great. It's great. All right. So, what's your fave and fail Thanksgiving edition, Liz?
I would say my fave is just like I've never been a Thanksgiving person.
Yeah,
it's like. I just don't really get it. You know what I mean? I've never really enjoyed it, and I'll talk about why, like, as part of my fail. But, my husband, when we got together, he really, really likes Thanksgiving. Yeah. And I was kind of like, why?
It's a food thing, I think. You have to love the food.
I don't even know that he necessarily really loves Thanksgiving food, but the way he explained it to me, he's like, this is literally just a day where, like, people can get together and hang out. And I'm like, okay.
And, like, everybody's off, pretty much.
And so when I started, like, conceptualizing it that way, because I'm like, to me, I'm like, this is a little bit of, like, an offensive holiday.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, like, I'm a vegan, so it's, like, offensive in more than one way.
Yeah.
And I'm not even, like, militant about any of that stuff. It's just kind of, like, what? Like, why? You know what I mean? But when he put it in those terms, I was like, okay, you're right. Like, you're totally right. And so, in my brain, I basically, like, probably maybe 10 years ago, just, like, rebranded Thanksgiving in my mind. Yeah. As, like, family food football day. Exactly. And like that's how I think of it now. And now I really enjoy it as I'm wearing a turkey on my head.
Now I really enjoy it. It's like, geez, the freaking whiplash.
Yeah. No, I really enjoy it because it's like that's literally what we do. We just cook good food. Like, I can't remember. I think it was Thanksgiving last year. I'm pretty sure. Maybe Christmas, but I'm pretty sure it was Thanksgiving. We just did, like, a whole Indian food, like, buffet.
Oh, nice.
Like, we all cooked Indian food. Yeah. So it's, like, do whatever you want. You know what I mean? And I enjoy that now.
Yeah.
So now that I'm like, okay, we're just going to hang out, eat food with family, and watch football, and probably some other good stuff. That's fine. Yeah. You know?
That's it. That's why my mother-in-law, it's her favorite holiday for those reasons. And also, it's not about getting stuff. There's no gifts involved, so it's more neutral. And also the, I forgot it, but there's another really good reason. But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I like that. That's what I like about Halloween.
Oh, because it's not religious. Yeah. So it's like, other than it obviously isn't based in the best of situations.
It depends on like where you take it to. Like it could be religious if you take it there. Yeah, but you could also just be neutral about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's why I like Halloween too, because it's like the expectations are different. Yeah, I do feel like the expectations for Thanksgiving are a bit crazier than like Halloween.
Yeah,
like so that's why I think Halloween's my favorite, but still, it's grown on me a lot. So then my Thanksgiving fail is growing up in the town that we grew up in. which, you know, if you've been listening to us for a long time, or if you've gone back and listened to our Get to Know Us episode, it's like, you know, we're from the sticks in Kern County, very, very rural. I went vegetarian, I don't know, a freaking long time
It was in high school.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
Ish. Back when there weren't really meat substitutes and like all that kind of stuff. So my Thanksgiving fail is just having to like grow up in that environment with a family who is largely not accommodating on holidays of my dietary restrictions. Because it is a choice, you know, I think they saw it that way. It's not an allergy. It's not a sensitivity. It's like literally a choice. And so I basically, I don't know, for at least a couple Thanksgivings until I graduated high school, would just eat like rolls and salad.
And maybe mashed potatoes.
And maybe
mashed potatoes. Vegan yet.
Yeah, but I know that like, you know, they would put like bacon on stuff, or like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't be able to even eat like all the veg dishes because there would still be like some type of meat component. And this is, I wasn't even vegan. I was just vegetarian back then. So that's kind of my Thanksgiving fail. I think it put a bad taste in my mouth, literally, like for the holiday, because I was like, what is the point of this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like literally, I don't enjoy the food.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it was just kind of a weird time.
Yeah. But, the origins are a little, you know.
Yeah, problematic. At best. And so I was just kind of like, but...
And I mean, and this is in the day, not only is your meat options very limited, but it wasn't like you could Google things, wasn't like food blogs weren't a thing yet. You couldn't easily... It wasn't like
Pinterest was a thing.
Go in as a senior in high school and like figure out, okay, let me make something fun for myself. Like that wasn't like a thing yet. It was a Food Network and they weren't having vegetarian like episodes for Thanksgiving. Exactly. So you're limited on your resources too at the time to even accommodate yourself.
Yeah.
So
totally.
Yeah.
Even though it's like, by the time I was junior, senior, it's like I could drive, I had a car,
Yeah,
I had a job, I had my own money. So it's like I could, but yeah, you're totally right. I hadn't even thought about that.
You couldn't just be like, oh, let me just Google something real quick.
Yeah.
To like, oh, I might even make my own mashed potatoes or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
It wasn't like as easy.
As easy as it is now. Yeah. I mean, now it's like no big deal. Just go buy stuff.
Yeah.
Like you don't even need to make anything if you don't want to.
It's so different. It's so true.
But so that was my Thanksgiving fail. It's just like, I feel like I don't hold a grudge. However, I do feel that people could have been a little bit more accommodating.
Yeah. It was just, one of those things that, you were on like the beginning of the turn.
Yeah.
I would say. Because I feel like, by 5 years later, the meat options, meat substitutes are way more prominent and everything.
Totally.
Yeah, and not everything's just soy. Like, people don't remember, I think, that, like, it used to just be soy milk.
That's it.
Which is like a nothing.
Starbucks.
Well, it's like weird flavored water at this point. Like,
I mean, which is funny
almond
because
is
it's
so
like,
good, and coconut now.
There's so many options.
There's so many options now.
Yeah. Which is funny because sometimes I do literally order soy.
Oh.
Because it's high in protein.
Yeah.
So there you go. There's your pro tip for the day.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't ever get into that one, but instantly almond milk and coconut were a win
I mean, coconut's my favorite.
Yeah.
Because it adds
But it depends what you're putting with.
Too sweet.
Yeah,
it's true. Anyways, this is just now a vegan podcast. Sorry.
It's just a milk alternative podcast.
That's all we do. We just talk about all the different kinds.
Different milks.
So, okay. So let's just get into
cashew milk. Let's talk about that. No, I'm just kidding.
It's not good, honestly.
No. And macadamia nut, too.
I didn't like that
love
either.
As much as I totally thought that was going to be a solid, but it wasn't.
Well, yeah, because macadamia nut cookies, like, come on. So delicious.
And oat milk is disgusting. Fight me. I don't care.
I don't think it's disgusting.
It reminds me of the leftover oat water for oatmeal in a really bad way. And it also hurts my tummy.
Yeah. See, I feel like it's okay to go back to, if you've been listening
for a while. Go back to the milk, sorry.
It's overrated. It's overrated.
Yeah,
We're talking about how, like, things, if they're popular, just let people have their stuff and be happy and, like, stop hating on stuff. No, I feel like oat milk is overrated.
Like, have you only tried oat milk as a vegan substitute?
Try anything else.
I get why people like it, though. I do.
I don't really.
Oh, okay. I thought you kind of liked it.
It's fine.
Oh,
but
it's just
what
fine.
I don't
you
get,
don't like.
I hate it,
but I also understand why people like it. It's weirdly because it almost is like has a cinnamon vibe, but not. At least the Starbucks one.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like coconut milk is underrated.
Oh, it's superior.
It's superior because I like my coffee to taste like coffee most of the time. So I like a good strong coffee. I say this, I drink decaf, but I like it to taste like espresso. And then I like it to be mildly sweetened. And coconut is the perfect amount. Yes. Without having to add more flavors and stuff. I like that.
Yeah. Listen, there's a lot I want to say, but I fear we are going to be losing people. So, if you guys want to hear more about milks and milk substitutes, let us know. We'll dedicate. No, we won't dedicate a whole episode. But there's a lot I can say. So, we'll move on. So.
You know, I've been saving up ideas for like what we could do for an April Fool's episode.
Oh, yeah.
Like a mini, like a fake episode or whatever. Yeah. It could just be the milks episode.
The milks.
Yeah.
Going through.
Yep.
I have a problem with this one.
How do you feel about that one?
I've personally been victimized by
I mean, milk. Who are we kidding, though? Like, this episode is going to be very food adjacent.
I mean, yeah. So maybe you're here and you're looking for alternatives to your mashed potatoes. What would be a good milk and mashed potato alternative?
Oh my gosh.
So there you go, guys. There you are. There you have it.
So let's just start off with some Thanksgiving questions.
All right.
So we're just going to ask each other some Thanksgiving questions just to kind of like set the tone.
Well, now I want to know, what milk would you use in your mashed potatoes?
Oh, yeah. Sure. Let's
throw that in there.
So I, in my mashed potatoes, will use a mixture of just whatever unsweetened plain almond milk.
Yeah.
But then choice. I will also use the Earth Balance buttery sticks.
Yeah, it's a stick. It has to do the sticks. Even when I make my dairy full mashed potatoes, it's a stick.
It's a stick. You can't use the Earth Balance in the container. Don't try to get a different brand. No. Earth Balance in the stick, and then unsweetened plain almond milk, that combination, salt and pepper. That's all you need to make a good mashed potato.
There you have it.
See how easy that is?
So
and then
easy.
Everyone could just eat it. Instead, they're like, here's this roll.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
Yeah. We basically eat vegan mashed potatoes because my mother-in-law is vegetarian. She does cook meat for everybody, but there's something she does Earth Balance for her butter, and I don't know that she probably does soy. No, she doesn't do soy, but maybe almond milk too. Yeah. So same thing for her Thanksgiving.
It's just easy to do.
Now my mom, on the other hand, is about 10 sticks of butter.
Oh my gosh.
Straight up, full milk. Sour cream,
yeah, all the things. I mean, you could even put sour cream in there too. That's
a nice one.
The tofu-y, here we go, guys. If you want more vegan suggestions, follow me over at The Real Life Vegan Wife. I have vegan highlights and recipes in a blog.
Maybe somebody's panicking right now, listening, and they have a vegan friend coming. Gosh. Here you go, make their day.
You want to make your chocolate cake or your carrot cake extra good this holiday season? Add some tofu-y brand sour cream.
There you go, guys.
Pro tips coming all day.
Pro tips, protein.
Yeah, protein. Vegan protein.
Yeah. There you go.
Plant-based. Okay. All right. That's getting out of control.
As it should. Look at our freaking hats. It's now getting out of control. No, you really liberated me by saying this is going to be mostly food related. So yeah, F it. We'll talk about all the food.
It really
Stay around. You guys, this is what this week's all about.
But seriously, if you need help, DM me. I'll help you. That's what I want to make sure.
Yeah, it's her Instagram handle and everything. Come on.
It's 2024. We don't need to be suffering through what do we give the vegan person?
On Thanksgiving.
On Thanksgiving. Or any day, really. Truly.
Yeah, they just try to give you salad dry.
No.
And maybe French fries if you're lucky.
That's so sad.
It's so depressing.
Anyway.
When there's so many good things. Okay.
There's so many good things. It's just a weird
And I'm not vegan, so that tells you guys everything. But I will choose vegan stuff when presented most of the time because it's delicious.
It is delicious. So you just gotta do it right.
I'll never forgive Del Taco for taking away the Beyond Burritos.
No.
So
I liked the crunchy tacos.
Beyond Meat is so good.
Yeah.
Because it's just the flavoring, guys. That's all it's about.
That's all it is. Yeah.
All right.
So, okay. Well,
what do you got for me?
Start off with my first question. Do you like Thanksgiving food?
Oh, it's fine. It's a little overrated. Overhyped.
I like how the last episode we're like, we need to stop calling things overrated. And this episode is just going to be like, what foods are overrated? Yeah. Let's talk about it.
Like, as much as I like it for what it is, it's because, like, would I like it if it wasn't nostalgic?
Probably not.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not groundbreaking. It's not revolutionary. Mm-hmm. It's, like, for my family and my Thanksgiving, it's turkey, it's ham, it's mashed potatoes, it's stuffing. You know what I do love that's underrated, but rightfully so, I'm sure, is canned cranberry with like where you slice it and everything.
It's,
like,
so funny that you
for
say
you.
that because I feel the same way.
What? And you can eat it?
And I can eat it. Yeah, there's one that my husband picked up from Costco that was like, it was like if real cranberries, so no one wants that, right? It's like, that's not good, really.
There's only been a couple that I've liked because there's too many seeds in it.
Too many seeds, it tastes too healthy. Like, I don't want that.
Yeah.
But it's like if real cranberries and the canned, like, gelatinous blob had a baby.
Okay, well, I don't know. You lost me.
No, it was so good.
I like it to almost dissolve in my mouth in that weird way.
It still did that.
Okay.
But it was just more texturally interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was so good.
They didn't have it
Costco
amount? Okay.
Yeah, they had it the year before. They didn't have it last year, so we had to, like, skip.
Like, I don't mush it or anything. I literally will open up one side of the can.
Just open the can,
shake
and just
it up,
put it in, and just
a
goes like down your throat.
I'll put it on the small plate and I'll slice it like the lines, and there's the little discs.
Yeah.
And we all fight over. Like, I started bringing it to my healthy Thanksgiving, my mother-in-law's side, because I need it, and that thing went so fast.
It's good. It's weird. It's like it's nostalgic.
Yeah. Would I like it? Experience it for the first time at 36.
If someone just gave it to you, like, eat
what
this.
What is this? But yeah, so everything else is like whatever. But I come here for the canned cranberry slices.
It's so funny to me, like, when we discover similarities of each other, like, on the podcast that we never knew before.
Because we've been, I was going to say married. We've been married, best friends. No, we've been best friends for like what, 20-something years now?
Yeah.
Oh, we've never had Thanksgiving together.
Because we're always with our families.
Yeah. The Chinese food thing was hilarious, and we figured that out.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Oh, we haven't ever eaten Chinese food together.
Because neither of us suggest it, because neither of us like it.
So has never come up.
Yeah.
So,
okay, so how do I feel? This might surprise you. I obviously hated Thanksgiving food until I met my husband. We work really well together, I think, on holidays. It was rocky there for a few years because he can be really intense in the kitchen.
Yeah.
But we now have like it's like we've got it dialed in. You know what I mean? We have like a whole method to our madness. And so we've actually cooked like a quote unquote traditional Thanksgiving meal several times. Like, we'll do alternatives, like I said, like we did Indian food one year or like whatever. But we'll cook the whole thing vegan, except for obviously he'll cook like a ham or turkey or whatever for the meat eaters. But I'll cook like a tofurkey, and then we'll do like all the sides and everything vegan. Yeah. And I actually really like it.
What's your favorite like pieces?
I mean, the cranberry.
Yeah.
I would say like I really enjoy literally like mushing. I'm a mush everything together person.
Oh, interesting.
Which I
didn't see that coming.
am not.
Yeah.
I normally am like, I need all my food separate.
Yeah.
But like, I like the tofurkey mixed with like mashed potatoes. Okay. My sister makes a really good green bean casserole.
Yeah.
And then like the cranberry, and then, I'll usually make biscuits or rolls or something like that. I just discovered though that like lots of the pre-made biscuits in a can are actually vegan, so I might just do that this year. Yeah. Easier. Because they're still really good. Yeah. Whatever. And then I just like to kind of mix them.
Yeah. Do you make like almost like a sandwich? Because I've done that. That's pretty good.
I have not made a sandwich. I just kind of like mix it on my plate and just make sure to get multiple things in a bite.
Almost like a stew.
Not like a stew. Like I don't mix it that
a Thanksgiving
much.
Rice bowl. Mashed potatoes.
But what I have been thinking I might do is with the leftovers, maybe make like some cute little like pot pies.
Yeah. I was going to suggest that.
Yeah.
Like a tofurkey pot pie. Yeah.
So I actually really enjoy Thanksgiving food when it's veganized.
Nice. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I like specific dishes, and then I have my favorites of like who makes what, Yeah. So it like as a whole, I'm a St. Patrick's like Day bitch. Like, come on. I love St. Patrick's Day food. I know I'm weird about that. Like, I know I'm in the minority there, but my mom's turkey is so good. But I'm not a ham person, and I know it's easy for turkeys to get dry.
Yeah.
And then my mashed potatoes, love that. But like stuffing, it's one of those like, oh, is it going to be good? Most of the time, it's either too wet or it's too dry. It's hard to get that sweet spot. And then sometimes like people put nuts in it, and I don't like nuts in my things. And I'm allergic to apples, and sometimes those are in there. So, you know, my safe foods with Thanksgiving are like, you know, those few things.
Yeah.
So
I've never had a stuffing that I liked. We even veganized it one time, and I still didn't like that. I was like, it's not for me.
I like making it, but I do love cooking and baking. So I definitely like to be a part of the action in the kitchen and making it. Honestly, here we go. Appetizers.
Yes.
That is across the board is my jam.
Yeah. I make like a spinach dip that everyone usually really likes.
I've had it. It's good.
Yeah.
When I was there, you made it for us.
And then just other random snacks, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm also...
Even like a good veggie tray. Sign me up. Olives? Are you kidding me? Put them on every single digit.
I hate olives so much.
Oh.
See, I'm all about... See, this is what I mean. My husband
You're
cooks
all
a lot of...
about...
My husband cooks a lot of the mains. Yeah. I'm a brunch lady. So I'm in charge of the brunch. So usually that means I'm making French toast, I'm making pancakes, I'm making muffins.
You have like a full brunch on Thanksgiving too?
Yes.
Oh, we're like almost like fasting all day and then eating the appetizers.
No, my husband...
Because we'll eat it too, though. My mom's will eat it too.
Oh, yeah.
But then my in-laws will eat at night.
It drives Kanan crazy because he's like, everyone's so full by the time dinner comes. I'm like, but here's the thing. Brunch is my favorite.
Yeah. So it's compromised.
So if you guys cannot pace yourselves, that's not my problem.
True. That's fair.
Yeah. It's like, and I love it. Cinnamon rolls sometimes, whatever. And then, we have all the appetizers. We do that. I like to eat all day. Yeah. All day. It's like, whatever. Leftovers are great, you know? And then I'm also the dessert maker. Yeah. So I'm usually baking cakes or, I think I might make a coconut cream pie. This year. Yeah.
Send it to me. Ship it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think, I'm getting there with perfecting the vegan coconut cream pie recipe. But yeah, usually it's like a carrot cake because that's my husband's favorite kind of cake. Sometimes I do chocolate cake. Yeah. So.
That's good.
Anyways, okay, what do you have for me?
All right, let's see here, guys.
Literally, we've been talking about food for
like you said, I feel validated, justified, and inspired by it because that is what it's all about. Well, you mentioned pie. Yeah. What's your favorite pie for Thanksgiving?
Coconut cream pie.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, so good.
And this time, I think I'm gonna do like a chocolate ganache.
You have to. I could even do an Oreo crust.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Oreo crust would be good.
Oh, next level, baby.
Yeah. I hate pumpkin pie.
Oh, that's my favorite.
I hate apple pie.
Like covered in whipped cream. No. Like you almost don't even, like, are you just eating whipped cream or are you eating pumpkin pie? You don't know. The world will never know.
Something about how like, because it's not the texture that bothers me. It's like literally the taste. It's like too like squash adjacent.
It's definitely a vegetable pie.
Yeah.
With sugar.
Absolutely not.
I love it.
No.
Now somebody tried to do a sweet potato pie on me and I'm like, well, what? You crossed the line. Yeah. I don't like those sweet potato pies. Pumpkin pie or bust. No. But see, for me, I love pie in general. The only pie I've ever met that I do not like is anything with nuts. So rhubarb or pecan. Rhubarb is not a nut, but whatever. Those two are the only ones I stay away from, and then I can't have apple, obviously, because I'm allergic. But so that's to me a Thanksgiving. Now, if it's favorite pie in the world, well, there's a little place called King's Hawaiian in Torrance here in LA, and they have a chocolate macadamia coconut pie, and it's like, so it's all my favorite things. It's a handmade whipped cream and everything. That's my favorite pie ever. Amazing. But for Thanksgiving, pumpkin.
Yeah. No, I don't like pumpkin pie. I don't like apple pie. I do really like a good cherry pie.
Oh, yeah. Fruit pies. Yeah. Oh, good. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So, do you guys have any weird family traditions that you do on Thanksgiving?
Now, my family on my side, they go shooting every year. But like clay pigeon shooting where it's like
that's weird.
discs. It's weird because we didn't start doing it until
like Recently?
Like maybe 10 years ago. Yeah. So one of these years I'm going to try it because I've never tried it before. So I'm kind of interested in it. Weird. I don't know about any other weird things. I mean, this might become a weird tradition, wearing a turkey hat. We go to, like, this is called a teddy bear toss. It's like a hockey team. What is it? Minor?
Yeah.
So we'll do that sometimes, and it's a donation. You toss a teddy bear onto the ice or whatever, you know, stuffed animals. That's cute. I don't know if it's weird, but it's fun. Yeah. So it's different. It's not necessarily traditional, but it's a tradition. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We have, like, literally, I think my answer to this, because as I was writing that, because I was genuinely curious to ask you, I was thinking, like, I think that's one of the issues with my family is that, like, we don't have any traditions.
Oh, well, they're just going to make me sad.
Yeah, sorry, that's kind of depressing.
Sad turkeys. Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that might have been another reason why I was so disconnected from it as a kid, because it's kind of like, what is this, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, now as an adult, you know, we typically, like, my mom will come to visit, and we did do, like, the little, like, turkey trot run that they do, cute, like, in our local town. There's actually a lot of people that do it.
Yeah.
And it's fast. It's, like, maybe a 5K. I don't remember. It's pretty short. So we did that all together last year, and that was fun. So I think we might do that again this year. I'm just going to set my expectations differently. My mom wanted to run it, but then, like, she ran it a little bit and then basically ended up walking the whole rest of the time, but I didn't want her to be by herself.
Yeah.
So then I walked, but then she got, like, too hot, so then I was carrying her jacket. So I think this year I'm just going to, like, get us coffees.
Yeah.
And just walk at leisure. Yeah. Because it's, like, in the downtown, so there's cute shops, and, like, it's right there by, like, the marina and everything. Yeah. So, like, whatever.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. So I would say, like, we didn't really have any weird traditions because we didn't really do anything.
Well, you know what? Part of being an adult now is you can, like,
do your own.
Pave your own way.
Yep.
Make your own traditions.
It's true.
Because it's important, I think.
Yeah. I agree.
Least, you know?
I agree.
For nostalgia, building those memes, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so what do you have?
Okay, so you know TV shows. Yeah. And, like, the classics especially, they will always have, like, a Thanksgiving edition episode, just like we're doing now. Not to compare us to, like, the classics, but, you know, we're trying to make a tradition of our own here on the podcast. Yeah. So what is, that you can think of, your favorite Thanksgiving special edition episode?
That's funny. Okay, so my last question for you is favorite thing to watch on Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
So we could just couple those together.
Yeah.
Okay. So usually on Thanksgiving, we'll watch all the Friends Thanksgiving episodes. Mm-hmm. So, you know, there's one with Joey getting his head stuck in the turkey. Yep. That one's a classic. One that's a little bit lesser known is the New Girl episode where they dry the turkey in the dryer.
Yes.
Or they try to cook it in the dryer, whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
We watch that one usually too, the Thanksgiving
episode. Is that the
one
where Winston just wants to eat?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So good.
And it's like, it takes them forever.
Yeah.
And she has, it's the one where she invites her, like, new boyfriend over, right? And it's that really annoying guy. I can't remember
They did one every year, too, so they kind of blur together for me.
Yeah. So those are the things that we always watch. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the football game, you know, the Friends football game.
The Friends football game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. My favorite one is the Friends trifle.
Oh, yeah, the trifle.
I wasn't supposed to put meat in the trifle.
And then
the like rant of the mom at the end. No, you weren't trying to. And yeah, we quote that all the time. Yeah. Well, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally just made a Twilight reel about that.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, there you go. So that's probably my favorite one for sure.
Mm-hmm. If I had to pick a favorite.
Yeah.
I think it'd probably be the football episode.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The Friends football episode. Just because it's so nostalgic. Like, if anything, I think that would be the only tradition that I can really recall that me and my sister have always, like, made sure we watch that every year.
Yeah.
Like,
I haven't made it a tradition, but I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's funny. It's fun.
Like, it's just something that, like, I'll randomly watch when it comes on, but I need to, like, purposefully do it because I do it with Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, and there's always football on, too.
Yeah.
So that's another thing we always watch. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, so
was that 3 questions each? I think so. All right.
Cool. All right. You want to do this Reddit?
Let's do Reddit, guys. We got some Reddit fun for you. Some family drama that's not your own, which is always more fun. Yeah. You know, because it's like you can just be an outside witness to this
craziness.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll go first.
All right.
Am I the a-hole for refusing to cook a vegetarian Thanksgiving dinner? So obviously I picked this one for obvious reasons. I feel like I've slipped into the Twilight Zone with this whole argument. So tell me what's up, internet folks. Background. I, 31 female, and my brother Mark, 35 male, do not get along. When he was a teen, he saw a documentary on factory farming and decided to become a vegetarian. He got very, very annoying about it quickly, but my dad shut him down when he started trying to get the rest of us to be vegetarian with him. Then he went to college, made a bunch of very strange friends, and went militantly vegan. It's his entire personality. I stopped talking to him after he threw a fit about one of my birthday dinners being at a steakhouse and spammed my messages with pictures of abused cows.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, disclaimer, I would never do that. Okay. My parents have been trying to repair the situation, and for a while, it did seem like Mark was getting better, so I've been letting him back into contact gradually. Then he started dating Pam, who is some kind of vegan influencer. She is apparently moderately popular online, but I have no idea what she does exactly. I don't know if Mark was trying to impress her or what, but last Thanksgiving, he insisted that Mom cook at least a vegetarian meal, or they wouldn't come on ethical grounds. That's in quotes. My mom just wanted everyone to get along on her favorite holiday, so she agreed. It was not a fun meal.
Oh, no.
This year, my parents have downsized for retirement, and my mom is having health problems. I bought their house when they moved, so my mom asked me to host Thanksgiving so it would be like usual. I told everyone in the group chat so Mark and Pam could make travel arrangements, and Pam immediately started gushing about all the vegan replacement recipes she could give me to replace the traditional ones. I said to send me a main dish recipe they like, and I would give it a shot, but I'm making the traditional meal otherwise, and there should still be plenty of things they can eat. Mark and Pam have been arguing about this with me for days, and then Mark said that if I wouldn't make a meat-free meal, they wouldn't come. This upset my mom, who asked me to just make what she made last year to keep the peace, but I told her that Mark needs to get over himself, and I'm not coddling him. I'm having turkey on Thanksgiving. My dad privately agrees with me, but Mark threatened to not come, is upsetting my mom so much that he's worried it will impact her health. There's a not big, but also not zero chance that these might be some of the last family holidays we have with her. My mom thinks I'm putting turkey over my own family, and I'm not so sure anymore. Am I the a-hole?
Oh.
I think you guys are taking everything way too seriously.
How about that?
Just cook some vegan stuff and cook some non-vegan stuff, and everyone's happy and chill out.
Yeah, and they're not even vegan. They're vegetarian.
No,
right?
They went vegan.
Oh, they went vegan. Okay.
Yeah.
But
I think the part that I don't like is like, don't tell me, oh, you should be able to eat a lot of the sides.
Yeah.
Without checking. Because I feel like people do that to me a lot as a vegan, and then I actually can eat nothing.
Yeah.
And now I'm there and I can't eat anything.
Yeah. Or
it's like the other problem I have, my husband always gives me a hard time. He's like, why do you cook so many desserts? And I'm like, because otherwise I'll have 0 desserts.
Yeah.
And that's sad.
Yeah.
Because no one bringing a vegan pie.
Yeah.
To Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I would say just like, why don't you both just contribute?
Yeah.
And then everyone's happy. And then your mom's happy because everyone's together.
But the vegan in this instance will not come if there's meat there.
Right. So that's crazy.
That's a little too far.
No, it's like you should both be able to have what you want.
Also, when do you ever change people's mind by forcing it down their throat?
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
So that's almost like what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
Like force you to try the food to see that it's fine. That's not the time or the place. That's a family function. Your mom's not doing good also. Like, that's sad.
Why doesn't anyone I think they should just ask mom what she wants and just do that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And she's saying just cook stuff everyone can eat.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's like you shouldn't refuse. I think both of them are being a-holes. Like, you shouldn't refuse to come to Thanksgiving if there's going to be meat there, because get over yourself.
Yeah.
And then B, like, they should not on principle. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Be so stubborn.
Everybody should be accommodating to everybody.
Yeah. Just do your part.
Everybody.
Do your part.
Do your part. No, totally. Yeah.
But I picked that one because I was
Everybody's
curious
an a-hole in that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, except I think the mom who seems like she's trying her best.
Yeah, like she just wants everyone to get together. Don't make it such a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, it is so food-centric. It's like, well, at the end of the day, like, let's not forget that we're just all trying to hang out with each other.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
But it's like, I think what people tend to not consider is that I don't really want to go sit around and watch everyone else enjoy food all day.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, well, I can have this green salad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, then you have to also be okay then with me bringing a bunch of stuff.
And you know from experience that what happens when you bring a bunch of stuff, everybody wants to eat your stuff.
Yes, and then
it looks
it's
delicious.
Like, and then I'm like, okay, well, hello.
Now I have nothing.
Now I have nothing. Yeah, that's also a problem.
Because everybody acts like, oh, vegan,
And then everybody
wants to eat it.
Because my chocolate cake is the best. And then
Come on, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Anyway, here's our PSA. Just accommodate everyone, okay?
Yeah.
Jeez.
So there you go. Okay. Am I the a-hole for sitting on my husband's lap during Thanksgiving dinner because all the chairs at the table were taken? Okay. We don't know yet. Let's find out. I, a 28-year-old female, have been with my husband, Sean, male, 33, for 2 years. Married for 5 months. Most of his family are decent people, but his mom can be a little passive-aggressive and tends to criticize me a lot. Sean sees it as her still not getting used to me being around. So, but they've been together for 2 years already.
Okay.
But I don't know because she treats his ex, Julissa, good. Mother-in-law says that Julissa has been around the family for ages and her past with Sean never affected her relationship with her. Fine, I never minded her attending every holiday and being around until yesterday.
So the ex-girlfriend comes to holidays?
Yeah, still. And they've been together for 2 years.
No, absolutely
First of all, you're out.
Yeah, that's
the mother-in-law.
so weird.
Okay. We had Thanksgiving dinner at my mother-in-law's house yesterday. Sean went there before me, and when I arrived, it was already dinner time. Everyone was seated, and I saw that all the chairs were taken. I asked mother-in-law why she didn't save me a seat, and she said sorry, and that one of her granddaughters decided to show up last minute, and the chair was taken. I looked at her, then at Julissa, who was sitting next to Sean, the husband, and tried to point out how I was more deserving of a chair since I'm the daughter-in-law by marriage. I know I shouldn't have said it, but I did. Mother-in-law flat out said that Julissa is as much family as me and that it was rude to imply otherwise. Julissa was nodding confidently while glancing at me.
Okay, does Julissa have no shame?
Man. No, she wants him back. Obviously, there's still, that's only half the post.
Julissa!
She obviously wants him back. She wants him back.
Get
and
yourself
he's not
together.
having
What
it.
does Phoebe say? Have some, what does she say?
Have some self-respect?
Have
No.
some self-respect.
Have some dignity.
No, it's something like that.
Have you no
though.
shame?
Yeah, it's like something like that.
Julissa, okay, I was so upset I wanted to leave, decided to just sit on my husband's lap and act as casual as possible. I sat on his lap asking if he was okay with it. Don't worry, I'm petite, he's a strong build, whatever. And
because our biggest concern is that you're going to crush him.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
So if he was okay with it and I started eating so casually while smiling.
I don't care if you're okay with it.
Yeah.
I don't care if I'm crushing you.
Yeah, literally.
I'd just be like eating my food.
I'm gonna
like,
I'm not gonna be ostracized into the other room. And why are you scrambling to find? I would be embarrassed if I was the mother-in-law. Oh my gosh, let me find you another chair. Oh my gosh,
crazy.
I counted wrong. Like, come on.
No.
Okay, so we already know who the a-hole is in this, but let's keep going.
Yeah.
Yep. So I started eating so casually while smiling and complimenting the food and mentioning to Sean how warm and comfortable his lap was now and then. So that was like a jab to Julissa for sure. The table went awkwardly silent. Brother-in-law would try to break the silence and change the subject.
Poor brother-in-law. He's like, this is the most awkward dinner ever.
But it somehow goes back to being awkward the next minute. Mother-in-law and Julissa were barely eating and were staring at each other and then at me with wide eyes open. So they were in on it together. This was
gross.
Orchestrated. There's
gross.
no way it wasn't.
And they're married too.
Yeah.
That's like so terrible.
It goes on. So minutes later, Julissa excused herself to the bathroom and so did mother-in-law. It was still awkward, but I did my best to focus on dinner. Sean was eating as well. Later, there was just so much tension and mother-in-law was barely able to speak after Julissa left early, like right after dinner. Says her evil plan didn't work out.
Yeah.
Sean and I went home and mother-in-law tried calling, but then called Sean and texted me saying what I did was inappropriate and that ruined Thanksgiving dinner and made it awkward. First of all, like, there's no way she's sitting on his lap in like an inappropriate way.
Yeah.
She's probably side-sitting, you know? Not like literally in front of him and his plate. Like imagine like sitting directly on him. She's probably sitting off to the side and just like, freaking, I don't have a chair. I'm going to sit right here.
Oh my gosh.
Whatever. Should be embarrassed, the mother-in-law. Okay.
Yeah.
So she said it wasn't her fault. Chairs were taken and I could have dragged a chair from the kitchen, but instead I acted childishly and made Julissa and family uncomfortable with how inappropriate I was.
Okay, here's the thing. your son's ex-girlfriend, who you obviously are obsessed with, is still invited to Thanksgiving. I've now made it my job to make it awkward.
Yeah.
Because I want Julissa
to get away.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad she left.
Yeah, I'm glad
Bye.
she feels awkward.
Don't let the door hit you. Actually do.
Yeah.
Golly. Have
Whatever.
you no dignity?
Oh,
no,
I'm sorry. I
just
made it
let
awkward
go.
for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is so
Bye.
gross. Ew.
It's so
the way
gross.
I would never go back to Thanksgiving there because
No.
I'm way too brutal.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, well, we're never going back there for Thanksgiving.
That's
See ya.
crazy. Also, though, I feel like this is something that she needs to talk about with her husband because he's allowing this to happen too.
Yeah. Like she shouldn't have been sitting next to him. It's inappropriate.
Yeah.
It feels orchestrated.
Yeah.
So there's an edit. It just says, I do need to mention that even if I took a chair from the kitchen, there was not enough space at the dinner table for me to fit a chair.
Well, and it's
everybody
not
was
your
side by
job
side.
to rearrange
Everyone
the
was
host's furniture.
No, and that the fact that the mother-in-law knew there was another chair in the kitchen, like I was thinking in my head, maybe like they're all like she's using every single piece.
Yeah.
Like maybe outside, she'll know if there's a lawn chair she can bring in,
Lisa gets no cranberry sauce.
None. Neither does the
None.
mother-in-law.
No.
Taking her food and putting it
And
in the trash.
honestly, I feel like the husband gets none.
Yeah, there's something with that. He needs to take some kind of. He should have been sticking up for her. He should have offered his chair. He should have offered his chair, and he could have stood up because he didn't save a spot for her.
Well,
he let Julissa sit next to him.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's just as much his fault as anyone else's.
He has some responsibility in this mess.
Yeah, well, because he's the connection,
and he needs to be saying, "Listen, we broke up. It's time."
Yeah,
I understand that like breakups are hard for the family too, and it's not really talked about. But it is what it is. The person made the decision. It's not moving forward.
You're not a part of the
find
family.
A different
Goodbye.
Family, like, ooh.
I mean, I get it. Like, it's hard
because
it
makes it too sticky like this, and now we're in this situation.
I'm sorry, but it's like, how many ex-boyfriends are you going to go hang out at their Thanksgiving?
Oh, never, not one.
I'd rather die.
Yeah, yep. And I wouldn't be comfortable with hanging out with one of my husband's ex-girlfriends. Like, that's just weird. Like, why are you hanging on? Let it go. Let it go. Like Elsa said, she said it best.
Yeah. No. Everyone's an a-hole. She's not, though.
No, she's not an a-hole.
No.
And the internet said she wasn't, so.
Bring my own next Thanksgiving. I'm going to bring, it's like when I go to do a bridal job, I pack a table and I pack a chair and everything. I'm bringing my whole own setup and no one can eat any of my vegan food.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Does that make her feel awkward? Oh, well.
Maybe you should have, gotten me a freaking chair.
Or maybe she should think about that before.
Yeah, it's awkward because she feels like people realize that she didn't do a good job as the host. Because that's your job as a host, to make sure everybody's comfortable. Yeah. And has a freaking seat. So, yeesh. What do you got for us?
Am I the a-hole for telling my family that if they want Thanksgiving, they'll have to get off their asses and plan it?
Oh, not the a-hole.
Usually for Thanksgiving, we head out to go see family. Someone else always hosts. We typically help, quote unquote, sponsor the host by paying for cleanup, etc. Our home is just too small to host the 30 plus folks who typically show up throughout the day. This year, that's obviously not happening. Other than us talking about not doing the usual, Thanksgiving didn't come up until yesterday. My kids have this week off from online school, and I was doing a puzzle with them before dinner when my husband walks in after work and says, "So did we get a turkey?" I looked at him and I said, "Well, I don't know. I didn't. Did you?" He stared at me blankly and said, "No, what do you mean? Do we need to get one still? Is it being delivered?" I shrugged and said, "I don't know nothing about no turkey."
This is our kind of girl.
Yeah. The kids and he looked so confused, so I helped them along and said, "I didn't buy anything. I didn't plan anything."
I helped them along? Let me lay it all out for you.
Yeah. No one said anything to me about Thanksgiving. Nobody offered to help meal plan, cook anything, do anything. He blew up yelling at me about how I should have obviously known. I said, "Why? I've literally never planned or made a Thanksgiving dinner in my life. The most I've ever done was help clean up or maybe peel the potato." I asked him why he didn't plan anything. Why didn't the kids plan anything? Why is everyone waiting until the last minute and dumping it on me?
Yeah.
He just sputtered and yelled and stormed off to his quote-unquote office and left me with the kids. We all had dinner. The kids cleaned up.
That's funny. Why is it a quote-unquote office? I wonder.
I don't know.
That's funny.
It's probably just like his man cave room.
Yeah, it's like a sort of, it's
office.
obviously a place of contention.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. The kids cleaned up and I was relaxing with some wine and a book after they all went to bed. My husband tore into me about how he can't believe I left this all to the last minute. Now there will be no Thanksgiving. How could I know? now be heartbroken? Oh, how could I know this and be heartbroken to do this to the kids, etc.? So I just looked at him and said, why didn't you plan? Why did you wait till the last minute to ask me? He told me I was being a B word for no reason and stomped off to go sleep in his office. That's not in quotes this time. He left without saying a word this morning. I followed up with my kids and asked them if they wanted Thanksgiving. They said they didn't care because the food isn't that good most of the time anyway. Before you ask, yep, I work as well. We split chores, but there's no hard line. I do some, he does some. We both cook, and the oldest cooks as well. I just don't get why Thanksgiving is on my plate. Why? Just because I'm a woman? F that. Am I the a-hole?
Not the a-hole.
Not the a-hole. If you wanted Thanksgiving, you got it.
Yeah, he seemed to be he seems pretty passionate about it. Seems like he wanted Thanksgiving. He should have done it.
Or at least inquired ahead of time. Like, that's what me and my husband do. We, like, will sit down and we'll say, hey, do we want to host Thanksgiving? Okay, yeah. Hey, what do we want to make? Yeah, and then we'll really sit there and we'll make a menu out.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk to my sister and my brother-in-law about it. You know what I mean? It's like...
To, like, just expect that, especially because they've always gone to other places. They never host. She's never cooked a Thanksgiving meal. Like, they don't have it at their house.
Is it being delivered?
For him to just be like, where is my dinner? You know? Where's my Thanksgiving turkey?
I love that she was like, I don't know. Did you cook one?
Yeah. Psh.
I didn't
Back in my day, guys went out there and hunted it down. Yeah. Like, come on. Where are you?
Where's your contribution?
Get your turkey. Go get it. It's running around outside. Come on, guy. You're going to wait and just expect it to...
just appear.
You know, women, as incredible as we are, we're not magical genies. And, like, we're not going to just do it.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Psh, feels like they think so.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like,
Jeez, if he wanted it so bad, he should have freaking forefronted that.
Or, I mean, here's an idea. If you wanted it so bad and you didn't feel like cooking it, there's probably plenty of places that you could order it from.
Boston Market, if those still exist. There you go. You know there's a lot of meal delivery like kits that restaurants do.
Totally. Like, there's options.
You probably need to order it a week in advance.
Yeah.
He probably didn't realize it until the drive home and decided to dump it on her and turn it into a fight.
Well, but she's supposed to remember everything, too. We know this. We know this.
Give me a break.
Use your Google Calendar.
Yeah.
And save us all the time.
Yeah.
All right, what do you got? Oh, the internet voted that she's not the a-hole.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Am I the a-hole for telling my wife that she can stay home this Thanksgiving? I don't know. It could be a nice thing to do. It could not be. We'll see. My wife is a grade A plus picky eater. It's bothersome to a certain degree, but on holidays, basically the S show begins. Mm-hmm. She'd refuse to eat certain meals, and Mom would take it personally, which results in a series of arguments between them. As a compromise this year, my wife offered to bring her own food to Thanksgiving dinner. I was stunned and asked if she thought this through, and she looked at me confused. I told her about how weird it'd be for her to bring her own food, especially when she wouldn't be sharing it all with everybody else, and told her to think about how Mom will react. She'd get very offended and upset. The mom would get very offended and upset. My wife said that it's not her problem and that she was just trying to make it work by bringing her own meal. I told her again that Mom might not like nor even allow this. She blew up at me asking if I want her to either eat food she doesn't like or go hungry. I suggested she give my mom's food a chance, but she said it wasn't about my mom's cooking. She just doesn't like certain foods. We had an argument, and I ended up telling her she should just stay home this Thanksgiving and have whatever meal she likes. She got quiet, then lashed out at me, calling me insensitive and negative to say this to her. I repeatedly asked her to calm down, but she couldn't stop ranting about how I was basically willing to exclude her from a major family event. She started cold shouldering me about it, while at the same time guilting me, saying I'm treating her poorly after she offered the perfect compromise. Well, what do you say? I got to update later, but...
Okay.
What do you say?
Well, first of all, do you think your mother-in-law would be less offended if you didn't show up at all?
Like, is that really the solution?
That seems like it would be worse.
Seems worse.
Like, that seems like he's trying to fix a problem with a worse problem.
Yeah, with a worse solution.
Yeah. So I don't know about that. But here's how I feel about it. If you guys would like a book suggestion, since this is a book podcast, on how to deal with situations such as these around these trying holiday times, There's a book called Set Boundaries, Find Peace. Is by Nedra Tawwab. I listened to the audiobook. It's great. Her voice is awesome. And yeah, she just teaches you how to have boundaries with family members, coworkers, sibling. It's just friends, whatever. And it's really useful. What I say to this situation is that if she doesn't like the food that's being served, and suggests to bring her own food, and the mother-in-law gets upset about it, that's kind of the mother-in-law's problem.
Yeah. Honestly.
Yeah, because you can't take on other people's feelings if, like...
They're unreasonable.
If they're... Well, not just... I feel like it's not our choice to decide what's reasonable and unreasonable. True. But I feel like it's not about her specific cooking, even.
Yeah, she even said it's just the general foods.
I feel like you should be able to tell your mother-in-law, hey, I just really don't like Thanksgiving food. I'm going to bring my own food. I hope that's okay. It doesn't have anything to do with you. It's just I don't like Thanksgiving food. Then, if your mother-in-law is still going to be mad at you about it, in my opinion, that's her problem.
Yeah. And then you could maybe suggest, is it better that I don't show up? I want to at least be with you guys. It's not about that.
Yeah, and it's like...
Is that the hill you want to die on?
Yeah.
Yeah. That one person doesn't love Thanksgiving food that you're making, but they still want to be a part of your family.
It's just weird that it's like you're literally saying that she needs to show up and eat the food she doesn't like or not come at all.
Gag it down.
Yeah. And then it's like, okay, well, if you...
Or not eat. That's more awkward to sit there and not be eating.
So weird. It's like, okay, well then do you... If it is weird because she's not sharing the food, then I'd be like, okay, well then does your mom want me to basically make Thanksgiving dinner for everyone and bring it over? Or is she going to be offended that now people are eating my food? And not the food that she made.
That would happen too if she made big portions of the stuff she's doing. Also, like, along with it. Like, you make your food and then I'll bring mine. And then if somebody eats hers more, she'll be like, oh no, if people rave about it, oh no, that's a whole nother problem.
Yeah.
And it's so simple. Like, that's even overthinking. Like, all she needs to do is bring a dinner plate container, like that size, with the food that she made. And nobody will make a thing of it.
No, just heat it up. And then when everyone sits down to eat, just eat.
You just eat.
Yeah.
And then it's done.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If, like, the mother-in-law is letting that offend her and is making it into a big deal, I feel like that's her problem.
Yeah.
And I feel like the problem with the husband is that right now, I don't think the husband probably at the core of it cares what his wife eats. He's trying to juggle the feelings of his mom and his wife right now by trying to make everyone happy. And that's just going to make it worse.
And when you're trying to make everybody happy, nobody's happy.
Nobody's happy. So I think that's his problem. He's probably not communicating well with his mother.
He doesn't have good boundaries with his mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because she's like dumping on him about it and then he's trying to fix it still. That's not his problem.
What should he say? He should say, you two should work it out. Let her eat what she wants to eat. It's not about you.
The end.
The end.
Yeah. So let's see what the update says.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Update. And so my wife has decided to go spend Thanksgiving with her family.
Ooh, yeah. Well, that's always an option too.
Listen to this. By the way, lives hours away, emphasis. So this means unnecessary travel expenses. Oh, well, you made this freaking bet. You better lie. Okay. Instead, and basically ditch me for the whole week. So you told her not to come. You just want her to wait at home for you all day while her family is also hosting Thanksgiving and probably being accommodating.
Ooh,
this is what you get. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's so mad. Y'all happy now? So now he's pissed at the comments, the commenters, because they're all saying the same stuff we are. Though I appreciate some insightful comments on the situation, some others, ? Lots of ellipses, not so much, especially with those assumptions claiming that my wife has allergies. She does not.
You don't have to have allergies. That doesn't matter.
Why should you gag down food? I'm assuming it's probably a gag it down situation. She really doesn't like this. This isn't like I can just suck it up and eat a couple bites.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Adults. If I don't want to eat your food, I shouldn't have to eat it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
My husband would back me up 100%.
Oh, 100%. It's just because it's a stupid thing to become a fight. It just is.
Yeah.
Okay. So so she does not. Y'all get that from. But anyways, y'all good now, I guess. Oh, sorry. She's all good now, I guess, though I'm not too thrilled with her decision.
Oh, great.
I feel like she's doing it to spite me or to get me to cave in. No, I think she's tired of your BS. And she's like, peace out, Girl Scout.
Yeah. Deal with this issue with your mom, because that's what it is.
She was he was obviously voted an a-hole. And all the comments are roasting him, which he wasn't expecting. But it's like, okay, I just feel like most of the time, like, unless you, like, there's instances where, like, am I taking crazy pills? Like, am I in the wrong here? Like, let me pose it to the am I the a-hole? But most of the am I the a-holes, it's like, well, you're having to ask. Yeah. So he got on there thinking he was going to be validated. Yeah, well. Which is so funny to me because he was not. No. He was roasted. So yeah, it was surprisingly a lot of people that go on for the Thanksgiving ones feel like, you know, they just need validation because they're definitely not the a-hole. Yeah. So this guy was hard to find. And I found him.
So I have one more I kind of want to do. Can we do that?
Yeah, why not? We got him here all night.
This one's kind of funny.
We can keep him past 4. I can't keep him past 4. Let's go.
Am I the a-hole for going through with a women-only Thanksgiving?
Okay. This will be interesting.
This has to do with my whole family. Last Easter, all the women in the family got really pissed off that all the guys besides one, Tim, sat on their ass. It was like pulling teeth to get them to help out. So for the 4th of July, we had them plan everything. It didn't go well, and they just grilled. No sides, no drinks, nothing.
That makes so much sense.
It makes so much sense. It reminds me of that episode of Everybody Loves Raymond when Raymond and his brother are trying to plan a like retirement party for someone. And Deborah's like overhearing them plan it, and they're like, well, maybe we should order like a sub sandwich. Yeah, well, maybe we should get something to go with it, like chips. And she's like, oh my God, like it's literally taking 2 guys to like figure out to order a sandwich and chips. Yeah, okay. I brought up.
Good. They're just grilling meats. It's just a plate of meat.
It's just a plate of meat. No drinks even.
Yeah.
Jeez, okay. I brought up the idea if they won't help for Thanksgiving this year, we should just kick them out and have a women's only Thanksgiving. I informed my husband and I was serious about it. The rest of the women did, besides my mother-in-law, since she is a widow. The day came and I told them they need to help or we will kick them out. They sat and watched the game, couldn't even bother to set the table. They did nothing, so we kicked them out. This was my mother-in-law's place. They were pissed and it came out that it was my idea. I'm getting so much shit for it from the guy's side that I am now questioning if we went too far on this. Also, I know this will be asked. 2 kids, girls, and they are teenagers who did help without asking. They actually thought it was pretty funny.
Wow. I mean, that's how you get results.
That's how you get results.
Sometimes you gotta use the old hard end of the stick. I don't know. I don't know what the saying is. Some tough love. That's what I'm trying to say.
It's like
we warned you.
We warned you.
We didn't need to, but we did. We warned you. We gave you plenty of ample time. This
isn't the first time either.
This isn't the first time they've been asked to help. I know it.
Absolutely not.
Come on.
No, it's probably like the 20th time.
Now I kind of I love cooking, so this isn't usually a come up for us. But like now I'm just curious, like I want my husband to pick a pie and to make it. I want to see what he could come up with.
See, I have kind of a unique situation because like my husband, like he is an excellent cook.
Yeah.
And like in another life, that's what he would do, you know? And so I have almost the opposite problem where he turns into like the crazy psycho kitchen guy.
Yeah, he's like chef. Like, yes, chef, for sure.
Totally.
Yeah. And he turns into is it not Dave Ramsey? That's the terrible, bad.
The financial
advisor guy.
Gordon Ramsay. Yeah. He turns into Gordon Ramsay and I'm just like the scared lady who's like, don't yell at me.
He puts the sandwich, an idiot sandwich. Have you seen that one? Yeah. He does it with the dinner rolls too, and your turkey hat. I can just imagine.
So that's why
an idiot sandwich. Me, chef. Yeah.
I do the appetizer kind of stuff, and that's pre-made already the day before. I bake all of the desserts. That's pre-made already the day before. Like he does all of the like cooking in the moment, pretty much, unless something just needs to be like heated up.
Yeah.
And that works really well for us. So I would never have to fear that Kanan wouldn't help. Like, he would help too much almost, I feel, But yeah, I mean, if he just sat there and, like, wanted me to serve him food and, like, didn't do anything, I mean, I'd be like, sure, okay, well then.
Sometimes my husband will try to get me to make him a plate and I just laugh. Because, like, come on. I'm like, actually, I forgot you're there. Can you please make our other daughter a plate so I can actually eat when my food's warm? I do that to him.
Yeah.
Like, oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Here, you do that. I'm going to do this, kid. You do that, kid. Great.
I know. My line is, oh, do you have 2 hands?
Yeah.
Great. Good to know. Yeah. But I thut that was a pretty funny, clever one.
That's a good one.
Women's only Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
We'll just expand that out into life. Women's only whatever. Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
So, do you want to move on to Smash or Pass?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do some smashes or passes, guys. And like a reminder for life in general, when it comes to smash or passes, we're not speaking like a literal sense. We're like, can you get down with that? Like, are you like this or you don't like it? Can you get with it? Can you not? Do you despise it?
Don't make it weird.
Don't make it weird.
I mean, or make it weird. But
I mean, do whatever you want.
much,
Honestly, we're not here to tell you. We're not your real mom. Okay.
Yeah.
So
We'll let you have Thanksgiving with us.
We already talked about stuffing, so we don't need to go down that road.
Dude,
I'll take that off my list.
have that on there.
Okay. Well, so, you know, I'm still gonna say smash though because when it's good, it's good.
I say pass.
So I'll always try it if it's not is allergic, you know, but or if there's nuts in it.
Yeah.
So, okay. So my actual one is for you.
Okay.
You have to pick one.
Okay.
Dinner rolls or biscuits for Thanksgiving specifically. You have to pick one to smash, and the other one you have to pass.
Such a carbivore, guys. That's so hard for me.
It's like, don't hurt yourself.
Literally,
you like to have both?
Choose the bread.
Do you usually have both for Thanksgiving?
No, I don't usually have
so
both
you have
for
to
Thanksgiving,
choose.
but it depends on my mood. It depends on my mood.
Well, but say you're grocery shopping. Say you're grocery shopping on a Monday. Thanksgiving's on a Thursday. What bread are you buying this year?
I'm buying bread to go with appetizer stuff.
No.
Like dip.
Okay,
And then I'm buying biscuits for later.
Okay, biscuits. Not dinner
Biscuits
rolls.
during the meal.
I know. So I'm talking, during the meal portion.
Okay,
I'm
biscuit.
talking. Okay, biscuit. I hate biscuits with a passion.
Dude,
they just are it's like taking a handful of flour and putting it in my
you
mouth.
haven't had a good biscuit.
No, because they're not good. None of them have ever been
They're
good.
so good.
None of them have ever been good.
I'm a biscuit lady.
I actually am, and I'm so picky about dinner rolls because sometimes they're dry and taste like nothing. I love Hawaiian sweet rolls. So that's what me and my husband bring, like for a travel contribution if we have to travel, because the way I love making sandwiches with those, with the moist maker, with the mashed potatoes. Oh, that's another good Friends episode.
Yeah.
My sandwich?
Yeah, that's true.
So,
that's a good one.
yeah, I'm a Hawaiian sweet roll type of lady.
Okay.
So I guess that would be a dinner roll, but
Yeah.
All right, what do you got for me?
Decorating for Christmas the day after Thanksgiving.
We have the same list. That's why it's good I did bonus ones. Okay. Decorating the day after, for sure. Like, as soon as possible.
As soon as possible.
Smash. Yeah. Smash all around.
Okay,
if not, I mean, for me, sometimes I'll even decorate the before since we're not home for Thanksgiving. Yeah. That way I come home.
And
our tree's not up because that's a fire hazard when it's up too long. But, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
We have a fake tree, so. Although I was, Kanan, if you're listening to this. Pretty please, I'm asking this publicly. Can we, because this is, I guess, technically our second Christmas having a pickup. But anyway, we were really busy.
Pickup truck. I was like, pick up what? Like a food order?
Yeah. I want to chop our own tree.
Well, you used to have a tree that you would like drag into the house every year.
That makes us sound so like
boondocky.
Yeah, boondocky.
Yeah.
It was not though. It was really
like
cute,
in a
guys.
barrel, right?
Doesn't sound better.
Like a chalk
It was
barrel.
so cute. It was so cute. You're making it sound like it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like came from the back alley.
Yeah.
You know? No, it was like in a really cute like wine barrel.
Yeah.
We planted a like, I don't know, blue spruce, I think it was. And, our climate is usually pretty like, does really well with those types of trees up in the Pacific Northwest. So we would bring it in and decorate it and whatever. And it was alive because it was planted in this barrel. And then we would put it back in our backyard for the rest of the year and bring it in. And I want to say that lasted like 4 or 5 years. It got really heavy. We had to use a ramp to get it inside.
So you were dragging in the tree.
Yeah.
Yes.
But then it died.
Yeah. That was a heartbreaking story. Trigger warning. Jeez,
it just got crispy and dried. It was like, it
sucks.
just got too warm one summer, I guess.
Yeah.
So we're back to using the fake tree, which is totally fine. But like, I just want that. Talk about traditions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just want to watch my husband chop something down.
Oh,
Let's
fair.
be honest.
Yeah.
And all that.
You're gonna pull a Griswold and then like forget the thing. You have to shovel it out.
Oh my god. No, I just want to go get a live Christmas tree. But if we're gonna get a live Christmas tree, I don't really want to go buy one. I literally want him to chop it down.
Yeah.
So I'm putting that into the universe. We'll see how it goes.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. Okay. So wait, did I go last?
I don't remember. So we pretty much have the same list. So
yeah, I think it's your turn though.
Okay. Have you seen the movie Planes, Trains, and Automobiles? It's the only Thanksgiving movie I can think of.
I feel like I have like once forever ago.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
really remember it.
It's going to be a smash or pass. The movie.
I don't know.
You got to watch it again then. Give it a try.
Who's in it?
Steve Martin.
Wait, then yeah, I have seen it for sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to say smash then. If
He's
it's the one
way
that I'm thinking
angrier.
of.
He's less like cutesy.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I'm pretty
And
sure.
John Candy too.
Yeah.
He's opposite.
It's been a long time. Maybe we'll watch that this
It
time.
has a lot of good one-liners that me and my husband quote all the time. He's like,
Yeah.
"You're going the wrong way." Also, they're like, "Okay, he's drunk." And like, well, how would he know which way we're supposed to go?
So mine was Christmas music on Thanksgiving.
Ooh, I'm gonna say pass. Just wait one more day.
I'm a smash for sure. It starts on Thanksgiving.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Let's put some Michael Bublé on in the background. Some She and Him.
My
perhaps.
Mariah Carey has still not thawed yet. It will thaw at the stroke of midnight.
At the stroke of midnight. Yeah. See, Michael Bublé, he thaws for me on Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's nice.
Okay.
That's
So do you have a smash or pass like actually? Because I have one for you.
How could you think? I couldn't think of a smash or pass Thanksgiving person.
Well, I did.
All right, hit me with your best shot.
Okay, I know you haven't seen it, so I have a visual aid for you.
Okay.
Okay, so have any of you guys seen that horror movie Thanksgiving?
Nope.
I know you haven't seen. Spoiler warning. I'm going to let you know who the killer is the next couple seconds if you are that curious about it. You've been spoiler warned.
Earmuffs if you are.
If you care
If
about
you
watching
care.
this Thanksgiving horror movie, which honestly like was pretty good. I'd rate it maybe like a 6 out of 10. You know?
Yeah.
It's for a crappy movie, whatever. Okay, Patrick Dempsey, he is a cop and also the killer in Thanksgiving, the movie. This is what he looks like.
Pass.
You guys can look him up. Pass? You're
Yeah.
passing on Patrick
Pass.
Dempsey as an
It's
evil
never been
villain.
Yeah, but he's never been a thing for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had to know.
Yeah. And that's not selling me, so what
I'm
about
sure
you?
some people really like him. He's a pass for me also, actually. I've never been a Patrick Dempsey kind of guy. I was honestly like in love with Grey's Anatomy. I watched it, up through, I don't know, I'd say probably maybe season 12 or 13, and then I fell off.
Yeah.
But Derek was never my cup of tea.
Yeah.
I was always a McSteamy gal, so there's that.
Okay, so Liz, I thought of one.
Oh, goody.
If you were a bird,
Oh no.
smash or pass the turkey.
The turkey. If I was a bird,
If you're a bird.
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, it's a
gonna
pass.
pass.
It's the goblet for me. No, gobble. The gobble. What are they called? The weird flappy skins around their mouth and their
What is that
gizzards. Is it a gizzard?
Gizzards are their guts, I think.
No.
Yeah, like you take
Goblets,
out
a gobbler.
Like
What are
you
those?
Take out their gizzards. To
Ew.
put
But I
stuffing
think their
in.
gizzards are that. Let's look it up.
I feel like it's something else. But either way, it's a pass.
Those flaps called on
my God.
turkey? Everybody wants to know. You can send a fun fact to your family today.
Yeah, there you go.
A waddle.
A waddle. Yeah.
Does that sound right? Or
yeah.
a snood is the one on the chin and neck. I thought the snood was from the Lorax.
Oh,
A sneed. That's a sneed.
Either way, that makes
a waddle
sense.
and a snood. So hit them with that trivia. So here we go, guys. Say, hey, family. I have some important announcement to make. Or a quick trivia. What is the flap of loose skin hanging under the chin and neck of a turkey called? It is a waddle. What is a flap of skin that hangs down over their beak? It is a snood. Smash or pass?
What are the...
What are gizzards?
Yeah, I'm telling you that's their insides.
Well, gross. What are gizzards? A gizzard is the ventricular gastric mill. It's an organ. It's an organ found in the digestive tract of an animal. That's disgusting.
I told you.
Don't worry, I don't eat that. Well, some people do. And then the neck, it's like gross. It's like a whole thing.
It's
don't
too much.
forget to take it out.
As our heads are literally inside the turkey. Yeah, there we are.
So there you go, you guys. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Hope it is filled with all your favorite things and
Yep.
cozy times, and there's no family drama for you, but you get to hear about other people's that have nothing to do with you, because that's always fun. Any last words?
No, I think that's great. Enjoy your women only Thanksgiving.
Thank you so much for freaking tuning into us this week. I know your guys' plates are full, if you will. And we loved having you here. Thank you so freaking much. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe, anywhere you like to listen to your favorite podcast before you go. Don't worry, we'll be doing a Christmas episode, like we said. I'm not going to stress anybody out, but that's going to come up quick. So stressing myself out.
Anyone else? But here we are.
Here we go.
Got like 4 weeks, guys.
Your Mariah Carey's and your Michael Bublé's. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you guys
next Tuesday.
And I think not Friday. I think Twilight's done. Well, mini episode series will come back in the new year. Okay.
Okay.
Bye, guys.